Now, currently in the top tier meta, the only specialist we're seeing is Abathur. Were these changes implemented because of that data you saw, like at the highest level of play, where people just aren't taking specialist?
So there is some of that, absolutely. Mostly these changes were, we wanted to make the laning phase more meaningful. That was really our goal with this change. Is we wanted players to think strategically and tactically about what they're doing, and we found with ammunition, with the region globes, how they used to work and function, just weren't creating those as good of moments as we'd like in the laning phase. And we would also, hero diversity and pro player, even in Hero League, quick match, those types of things are very important to us. So we're always doing something, looking at things and seeing how we could get those specialists featured more into our game.
So a lot of the Overwatch characters you add can move and shoot except for one, yes. Except for Zarya. Like, can Hanzo move and shoot?
No, Hanzo cannot move and shoot. He doesn't have the ability. When it makes sense for our game, we'll bring in a hero, an Overwatch hero that can move and shoot. In Zarya's case, she really isn't one. She feels more like a turreted one. Hanzo's kind of more of a poke assassin, right? He's really choosing where he wants to pick his battles. So he's focused on his Stormbow, which is his Q, charging it up, shooting a line skill shot to deal damage. His auto attack is actually one of the chunkier auto attacks, so it's a very heavy hitting auto attack. So if he was able to move while using that, it would probably make him a little stronger than we intended, but we really wanted his auto attack to feel beefy, and so that's kind of the reason why he doesn't move and shoot. So Alexstrasza, she's awesome. I just want to say that I love playing her internally. I can't wait till she goes live so I can play her some more. Her trait is Dragon Queen. It allows her to transform into a dragon, which enhances her basic attacks, gives her an AoE breath of fire, right? What's a dragon without fire? And she's, one of her really cool mechanics is that she actually uses her own life to heal allies. So she's very much based on a percent health type of healing. So her Q is Gift of Life. She'll target an ally and give a portion of her percent health to the ally. So the lower her health, the less she'll heal. But it works really well with her W, which is Abundance. She can actually put that on the ground, and after a delay, it'll explode and heal allies within it, including herself. So, her whole gameplay loops kind of throw out a Q, then put this Abundance down, get inside of it, and kind of top off her health so she can fire out more Qs and get really high healing out of her Q. Her E is Flame Buffet. She can target, it's a line skill shot, and when it hits enemies, it slows them. When she hits them again with it, it'll actually deal additional damage and slow them, refresh the slow. So it's kind of a really good way for her maybe to peel or engage for her team, kind of slow down the enemy. And when she does transform into her trait, she gains an increase in health and a little bit of armor, which kind of plays in really well with that percentile health healing that she has. Her Q becomes empowered, so it's healing for more. Actually, I believe it doesn't even cost any health when she's in that form. Her W becomes a much larger circle of healing around her, and her E actually is a completely different ability. It's Wing Buffet. She actually flaps her wings and can knock enemies away. And this kind of really helps get people off of that circular AoE healing so that she can ensure that her allies get a nice full heal without being picked on by the enemy. Her heroics are really transformative, super awesome. Her first one is Lifebinder. She targets an ally, and then after a 4-second delay, between her and her ally, whoever has the higher percent health, both get set to that percent health amount. So if Stitches has 100% health, but Alexstrasza only has 20%, after that 4-second delay, they're both set to 100% health. So again, playing into that percent health-based gameplay that she has with her Q and her W going on. Her R2, my personal favorite, is Cleansing Flame. She shoots up into the air, into the dragon, and gets 8 shots of fire, and she bombards fire onto the ground and damages enemies and heal allies. So it has a dual functionality. So you can be really aggressive with your team while they're pushing in. You can heal your allies and deal damage to the enemies, so you kind of have both, the best of both worlds, right? And then the really cool thing about this ability is on the 8th shot, she actually lands where that 8th and final shot landed, so she can be with her team. So if you cast it at a fort or whatever, you can kind of fly across the battlefield as your team's moving across the battlefield and just land right back into your human form and just start healing again, just there to support.
So does she use? I forget in the video. Does she have mana, or is her health her resource?
She does have mana, but so she's actually kind of playing between both her health and her mana. So you do have to, kind of play with both those resources.
Okay, when do these heroes come out publicly?
So PTR for Alexstrasza begins next week, Tuesday, I believe, and I think this is actually going to be, because we have all these gameplay updates coming, this is going to be a little bit longer of a PTR. I believe it's 3-week PTR. After Alexstrasza's release, we'll go into PTR for Hanzo shortly after.
And then when will we see the tower updates and stuff like that implemented in the game?
So those should all be along in the PTR update that we have coming with Alexstrasza.